I live in the future. I get texts on my watch.
So the people who very helpfully, and I assume it's helpful, I want to believe it's helpful, say things like, you're going to need to do that again.
Yeah.
And that was better. It makes me irrationally angry.
Does
when
it?
I see it in chat. Oh, it just makes my vision turn red for a split second. I know they're trying to be helpful, but I don't take feedback well.
Especially from the audience. All right. I guess I better move over.
But we love you. I know. People don't generally mean anything badly by it. But just like when I know I screwed up and somebody's like very helpfully says, you're going to have to do that one again. It's like, yes, I know. Thank you.
Yep.
Yes. I was there for my shit reading of that story.
I regretted it the whole way through, in fact, but I kept going because that's what you do when you're on stage.
Yeah, like your vision is turning red. You must be running out of luck.
Hello.
All right. If you can't hear Paul, you should say something now.
I knew it was fucked up before it was cool. This is a thrumble. I know I've screwed up, so that's not helpful to anybody.
Yeah.
If you can't hear me, don't give me any feedback about it. I don't care.
I really, I slowed down a lot, which was great because I'm sure it came across at a normal speed finally. Yeah. But yeah, I was like, just slow down and read, nice and slow. I know you can go faster, but if you go slower, you won't fuck up as much. And that's very true.
It also, it sounds better if you're slow too. If you're slower for it too.
It's easier for people to get the joke.
And more gravitas.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, what about feedback before you screw up? Oh, I'd love it preemptively.
Look out!
Fuck this one up.
You're about to screw that up.
Don't screw up. You'll never do it.
You're about to really screw the pooch there, Devere.
Yeah.
That's great for my...
Maybe about 35 words in, you're going to fuck this one up. And what? How are you so accurate?
All right, so...
The stories this week.
Hello, as a part-time TV developer, I have some notes. Yeah, send them to my email address. goaway@gmail.com.
It's abuse@loadingreadyrun.com.
That just forwards to you.
Yeah.
So so Overwatch groups, which it allows like-minded people to get together to do a thing.
Yeah.
But sometimes that mind that they're like is a terrible one.
Yeah. I mean, the point was like, hey, I want to play like Zenyatta or Zarya only. I don't know. I want to play the Zed heroes. But yeah, and somebody's like, oh yeah, we totally need like a Zarya in our team. Come into this group because you can voice chat in the group and sort of work stuff out. And so now it's just like we're gonna tank. We're gonna lose every single match. But first, it's a common thing. Is first we're gonna camp their spawns to make their life miserable.
Yeah, so the idea is basically you do everything except actually push the point. So you just
grief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play as if you don't know how to play the game, except you're really, really good at actually like killing the other people.
Okay. I had asked why anybody would. I understand why people grief because there are those kind of people, but more on why would you want to throw a game? Like when you're in these ranked matches, what's the point of throwing? And you were saying that it's about...
Yeah, there's two reasons.
Yeah.
One, there's this thing where you can do it's a popular thing where like you make a YouTube series or like something or stream yourself.
Oh yeah, okay.
Going from bronze to platinum.
Right.
Right. So you need to get a bronze ranking, and it's a lot easier if you already know how to play.
Right. So you
but
spend a lot of time playing.
It's really you don't have a bronze ranking. Right.
It's like the people the like ridiculously buff fitness model is like, I got my awesome abs from using this product.
It's like,
no, you didn't.
No, you like had to recover from like twisting your knee, so you couldn't work out for like 6 weeks, so you got a little flabby, and then you went back to working out. That's how they get those before and afters. But the other one is just like people who are very good at the game, but are not like super good at the game, and so like they get to the point where like they're not going to progress any further, and like they're sort of like 50-50 win percentages kind of thing. But if they tank their rating, then they can go back to steamrolling noobs.
Right, which is where all the real fun is.
It's also like, I think there was a Penny Arcade comic about this where it's like the problem that you have, like the disconnect is that you're seeing it as they're losing. They're tanking or they're throwing the game.
Right.
What the disconnect is that they're actually playing a different game. And they're doing very well at that game.
So the solution here is that you should only ever get into a game when it immediately comes out, so you have time to be a part of all the stuff at the beginning, so no one else is going to try to pull this crap on you. Okay.
As a possible solution, it has been proposed the idea that, because right now you can't see what group the other team is, like when you're paired with another team,
right? You
can't see what the name of the team that you're being paired with that attracted the people is.
So you're already locked into a match by the time you find out.
So, but if it is like you're teamed with, we're just going to...
Yeah, we're going to throw this.
We're just going to throw this. Then maybe that could be a way to get around it.
Yeah, all right.
All right, what else we got going on here? Ingress. We don't... So it was funny, of course, when Pokemon Go came out.
Yeah.
Because Ingress, while not being like super popular, was kind of around. There were a few people in town that played it and stuff.
And there were people in town who played it religiously because we have so many Pokestops per capita. It's crazy.
And that's where they pulled all the
data
from us out of Ingress.
Ingress
and funny thing, they do say they had 20 million downloads. One of whom is Heather.
Yeah,
she played it for a while. Yeah.
But from what I understand, hardcore Ingress players were a little miffed about Pokemon, because of course, because they're using the same data, all the Pokemon Go people showed up at all the Ingress points.
Yep.
So I like the idea that like, you know, especially when it first came out, in a lot of ways, Pokemon Go was basically like an Ingress, like a skinned version of Ingress.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, yeah.
And so I like the idea that it's like going to be translated back. And so the new version of Ingress is just going to be like, it's like you have to collect other dimensional little monsters.
Yeah.
But they're coming through rifts now instead of like in Pokeballs or whatever.
They're not cute or anything, or maybe they are cute, but they're all legally distinct. It's what I do know about it is it's about a. I mean, clearly I played up some of the story for laughs, but what I do know about it is here's literally the story. Exotic matter is leaking into our world through these weird dimensional portals.
Gross.
So that's making people have psychic abilities, and now you have to choose a side. There's only 2 sides. There's not 3 teams like in Pokemon, and then you have to secure portals so you can win.
Apparently, at least in the original game, it was one of those situations where there's like 2 sides and both of them are trash.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's not like good guys and bad guys. It's like
the Enlightened and the Resistance, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
And they're both terrible.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're getting an anime.
Exotic matter is good. I've been playing the new Prey.
Oh yeah.
And that exotic matter is also used a lot in that, where it's just like, it's stuff we don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It's off somewhere on the periodic table, and it's like down here somewhere. It's like way off the bottom. We don't know what it is.
I'm assuming they're doing the new game because they figure there's people who are still playing Ingress that they're not picking up Pokemon Go, and we haven't upgraded the Ingress client enough in a while. Why don't we just make a new one, and we can integrate all the stuff we learned from Pokemon Go?
Yeah. So yeah, Bowser Jr. is apparently the
super OP.
Yeah, he's the way to go in.
He's the Bayonetta of.
Yeah, and funny thing, as I was reading about it, it's like he's one of only 2 defensive players in Aces. They have all the players that are set up, and the only 2 defensive players are Bowser Jr. or Baoju, as I've now coined him, or Waluigi. And yet, Waluigi is not stronger because
that's because Baoju floats.
Yeah, he has this ability to drift apparently, and it lets him move.
A few other things. But it's apparently Waluigi is very powerful, though.
Yes, absolutely. Waluigi's been powerful for a long time.
Good. I love Waluigi.
Yeah.
The inverse of an inverse.
I love Waluigi. Waluigi has done the horseshoe thing, where he is so terrible and so unpopular that it's looped around, and now everyone's like, but I like him because he is so terrible.
Yeah.
And now we're like building this whole mythology around him.
Which is what I was worried was going to happen to Bowser Jr. as well. Is I'm like, I have every reason to believe that people are going to start turning this into a thing, because that's what happens in the internet. And I did my best to try to ruin it ahead of time, but we don't control the whole internet. So good luck, folks. There's going to be balance patches coming out at some point. So that's also why what makes it a fighting game, right? There's going to be balance patches.
It's yeah. The fighting game thing is actually, that's like something I've actually seen around, as the idea being that it sort of plays more like a fighting game than an actual like sports game, which is interesting.
So the whole Fortnite thing.
They're just doing an arc to promote season 5.
That's really it.
We'll find out in 3 days.
Yeah.
The stuff from...
It's cool.
Yeah. Destiny did the thing where it was like, hey, you know, this cool item, we made a real one. Check it out. Yeah, the idea that like within the mythology of the game, things are being sucked into the real world is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. It's not uncool.
Yeah, good for their writers.
I'm really hoping that they make a real version of like the disco hand grenade or whatever that makes everybody dance.
That's just basically, that's a party popper full of cocaine. Or ecstasy. I mean, I don't know enough about party drugs.
He said quickly.
He said as very fast as he could.
And yeah, apparently Nathan Drake is not being shot hundreds and hundreds of times.
Hundreds and hundreds of bullets are missing him by
narrowly missed hundreds of times, which I think says a lot about the people who are shooting. Like, at first we thought that the people shooting at him were, I mean, competent in terms of their shooting, but up against this guy that apparently just regenerates all the time.
Right.
So he's like Wolverine.
Right.
Now we know that they apparently just keep missing him by very small amounts.
Also, that we know that luck is a stress gauge, essentially. That it's just like when you fill it high enough, it just breaks, and then you don't have luck anymore. But then if you take a brief breath, you realize that, oh wait, my luck is returning to me.
Man, if you could have a real-time update of how lucky you are.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? I'm not going to do roulette right now.
Going to walk away from that table.
All right, what else we got going on here? So a special edition of Destiny 2 is coming to Korea, specifically for the Korean internet cafes, which are very the sort of online gaming cafes.
PC Bang.
Are very popular there. And it's going to be, it'll have completely separate servers because there's actually going to be a new character in it that will, what's her name?
Look cute.
Yuna?
Yes, Yuna. Will sell like pay-to-win things.
Ah, okay.
Which Destiny has been like, no, we don't want to do that. We're cosmetic only. So this is going to be, she apparently only appears in this edition of the game that's at PC Bangs.
Huh.
In the same, and with the idea being that this is like somehow sort of an incentive for going and playing it there rather than playing it at home.
Right, because you can't get it at home, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the servers are separate, so theoretically people from North America or people from other places are not going to be on this. They're not going to have to go up against people who are being able to do this sort of pay-to-win thing. But it's very odd.
It is really odd. I mean, and like in the larger context of if you're introducing this kind of play style, that's like, we're going to make a specialized version of this. I mean, it's like making like Mario Kart Arcade in a way, right? It's like we have a version of the game that exists in its own distinct area. This seems really like, I've never heard of this kind of thing where it's like we're going to take a PC game, make a specialized version, and then make it have that kind of pay-to-win scenario.
Yeah. To answer the question, this is a new vendor. So it's a new NPC who replaces Tess Everest.
Okay.
Who's a vendor who sells cosmetic items. Yuna will also sell a thing that gives a 25% experience gain.
Wow.
So
damn.
Anyway, what What else?
Valve leaks Steam game player counts.
Okay, so how I read this article, and it's very, very interesting, but it's not quite CheckPoint explainable.
Kind of dry.
Okay, so what it is when you can see when you're looking at Steam achievements, developer-enabled achievements.
Right.
Say, for example, 3% of all players who've played this game have, or maybe 3.2, have gotten X achievement, right? But if you were a developer, that goes to 16 decimal places on the back end.
So yeah, if you query something that from the API, they, for whatever reason, they were returning 16 decimal places of precision on how many, like the percentage of players that had got that achievement.
But if you know how many people have purchased your game, then you have an exact count now.
Yes.
Yeah, and even if you don't,
right,
you know how many, there's numbers in terms of like how many people are on Steam and that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, basically the thing is, if you can figure out this thing, if you can figure out basically somebody went, well, hold on, percentages work the same way pretty much across anything, right? It's basically like the number times 100 divided by other number, right?
Yeah.
Like that's something we learned in elementary school. So knowing that how accurate they are in the back end, basically people were able to pretty easily reverse engineer exactly how many people were playing a lot of very popular games. And in fact, there are some numbers here. Let me pull up the link.
So, by the way, this has now been closed, by the way, as a thing. They now rounded off to 2 decimal places.
You can use the API without being a developer on other people's games. So you can reverse engineer the numbers to find out the total sales.
Which then I guess would
easily
also let you know based on how many people have purchased the game. I mean, it's still only people who have played the game.
It's people who have, for some of the games, it's going to be people who have played the game since achievements were introduced.
Right.
Because there's some old games on there that were pre-achievement. But so, for example, Team Fortress 2, player estimate 50,191,347 people. 50 million people, Team Fortress 2. CSGO, 46.3 million.
Huh, okay.
I'm rounding this because they're rounded anyhow. But PUBG, 36.6 million players. Now the thing is, some of these are definitely probably all of the sales on the game. Some of them are not. For example, Borderlands 2, which is high up there, they say 11.2 million people played that game, but of course it also came out on console and stuff like that.
But this is only people who have purchased a game and at least played it once.
After achievements were introduced on Steam. So this is how many copies have been sold on Steam, which for a lot of these are going to be the majority probably. Like, for example, Fallout 4, 6.6 million.
Right.
But there's lots of people who are playing Fallout 4 on their consoles.
Yeah. And also, I guess that also means that if you purchased a game on the Steam summer sale or winter sale or whatever, and you never opened it,
console sales get reported though?
You're not counted.
Yeah, that's the trick, is that console sales are actually reported in a useful way, whereas PC sales, because they're not consolidated.
Right. Yeah.
They're over so many different platforms. Every platform has different policies about how they report it, and some, like Steam, don't report it.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, for games like what's on here, Stardew Valley. I guess that's on a bunch of other platforms now. I'm just trying to think about
But I mean, back in the day, that wouldn't have been. So if you have, depending on when and where you get the numbers from.
Magic Duels, 4.1 million players.
Wow.
Goat Simulator, which is I think PC only, or at least was PC only for a long time, 4.065 million sales. Goat Simulator is a great game. I'm glad for them.
So so it's a neat idea, it was not an intentional thing on Valve's part.
Right.
Valve has said, because they also, we talked about a while ago, they've also closed the system that the Steam, that there was like a third-party Steam ranking system service.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That was using information from Steam to
generate numbers.
To generate numbers, and they've closed that off now too, because they've made it default to hide all your profile information, which is not necessarily bad, but Steam Spy it was called.
Yeah,
It's not necessarily bad that they made a default hide all your info,
right?
But it made it so that Steam Spy doesn't work anymore. So, and they've said that Valve has said that they will be releasing their own tools to do approximately what Steam Spy was doing.
Right.
But
they haven't.
They haven't as of yet. So who knows?
I mean, obviously, this kind of proprietary information, they see value in owning that and not being able to open that up to anybody else.
Right, right.
Like, we need to have those numbers and you don't.
But developers really want that info. So
yeah,
it's very useful for them, obviously. Let's see, is there anything else here? Destiny 2 has this is setting up this thing called Moments of Triumph.
Okay.
Where basically for doing very fancy things in the game. Because 2 days ago was apparently Bungie Day.
Oh,
which is July 7th. So they're like Moments of Triumph are miniature in-game achievements. So some like including all the campaigns, collecting all the exotic gear. Each of these accomplishments, you get special points that you can use to unlock exclusive cosmetic stuff. At the moment, not all of them have been like shown what they will be.
Okay.
But what I liked about this was that the actual like full outfit that you're apparently going to get is pretty sweet looking. It's like this like white and gold kind of robe.
Okay.
You can get. What I do like that the first thing that at 250 points, the players will unlock a special item in Bungie's online store, an exclusive Moments of Triumph T-shirt. The T-shirt on its own will cost $30.
Oh, okay.
And you can add your gamer tag to the left sleeve for $5 extra.
Why wouldn't you at this point? You're paying $30 for this T-shirt.
So you get
paying $30 for a T-shirt that you had to like put a lot of hours into just getting the privilege of buying.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you also get like in-game stuff too.
They did that for Destiny 1 as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. This is not an unusual thing as far as I was concerned.
You can also buy it without completing the triumphs. It's $700,000.
Really?
Well, because it's so that it's on the store in a manner that you can't reasonably buy it.
Right. Right.
And then what you unlock is a discount code.
Really? I don't think that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
I assume they'd sell it to you if you want. It's actually all sevens. It's 777 because it's Bungie.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Graham's alive. He's just busy.
I love the idea that Bungie, like, doesn't know how to operate their e-commerce software.
They're like, how do we make this work? It's like, put it in at like $7 million. I don't give a shit. We got to move on.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is supposed to work. No one's going to pay. Elon Musk will be walking around his new Moments of Triumph shirt. Without the gamer tag, because he probably doesn't play Destiny 2, and therefore he'd be like,
Elon,
look,
if you really want a Moments of Triumph shirt, call me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make you a special one.
$300,000 to like get a character up to that point and then buy you the shirt.
Or you can just have somebody else's shirt, and then we'll work out a cost-sharing deal. You can pay us a mere $200,000.
In fact, if there are any billionaires out there who are looking to wear shirts from people who don't have a lot of money, we can help facilitate that for a lot of your money. In fact, you can probably pay a lot of people a lot of money for most of their clothing. They'd be happy to take it.
Yeah, you gave me, if somebody was like, I'll give you $45,000 right now for that dress, I'd be like, well, TOS time.
Yeah. It's like, this is what happens.
45,000 is quite a specific number.
It was the first thing that came into my head.
Mm-hmm. You can always buy another dress.
Mm-hmm.
You can never buy another $45,000.
No, I can't. Don't have the discount code for it.
All right. Well, I believe that was all of the news that I thought was interesting.
Nintendo's in German court.
For what?
For not allowing you to return pre-orders. Did you know that's a thing?
You can't return a pre-order?
In the EU, you have to have a way to allow people to cancel pre-orders or do a return on pre-order and get whatever they put down for it back. Mm-hmm. And Valve, EA, and Sony have all done this kind of thing as well, where they make it very difficult or whatever to try to get a return in the EU, but it's part of the law. And Nintendo has no way whatsoever. If you try to pre-order on the eShop, they have no way for you to cancel a pre-order or to get your money back on a digital pre-order. And so the EU dropped their case against EU, Sony, and Valve. Not sure why.
EA, Sony, and Valve, you mean?
Yeah, EA, Sony, and Valve.
But when after Nintendo?
But it's a side note, Nintendo we're going with because they definitely do not have a way to cancel things.
Oh, it's refunds on any purchases, whether it's a pre-order or not.
Yeah, but pre-orders is especially like one of their big sticking points. They're like, you don't even have a way to cancel that. And it's like, no, we don't. You have to buy the game. Once you pre-order, you're buying the game.
That's the point of a pre-order.
Yeah. Except that if you want to change your mind, it's like, no, you don't even have a chance to change your mind. Once you buy the game, then you'll have to return it. Do they have ways to return?
You're committed, motherfucker.
Yeah, they're like,
why'd you pre-order it?
I'm not even sure if there's ways to return, like give you a 24-hour grace period or whatever when you buy something on the eShop. So, which sucks because there should be, but anyway.
All right, let's welcome some subs.
Yeah.
So
Thank you, Nomi77 for 20 months.
Ed Koinst for 23 months.
Coinst.
And Marauder 1024 or 1K is here as a new subscriber. Welcome, Marauder.
Yay.
Brindlebor is a new subscriber. The big pig.
And it's Raynard Rekka, who subscribed for 18 months in a row now, saying, and now after my first pre-release, 2 and 1. 2 and 1. I must thank you for getting me into MTG. What a fun game it is.
Wysurin91's back for their 11th month. You're so close to that year. Thanks for hanging in there. I think it's you.
Oh, W. Nivik. Thank you for 54 months. From the Arstokiska Bodo checkpoint. You have been randomly selected for additional screening. Please look into the camera.
Asaksa for 3 months.
It's a palindrome. Hail the RNG for 41 months. Hey, you out there in the cold. Getting lonely, getting old? Can you feel me? Lyric sub.
Mirnis for 55 months says, this is for my darling generic evil genius.
Aww.
Ha! Now it is my time to profess love to sub.
They're making this a playground. Eunice 84 for 6 months. Time for the monthly Bezos checkpoint.
Oh, clever. And Rustin Skirk for 3 months says Pink Floyd and Corpline. I'm even more excited for the upcoming season now. Soon? Sooner than it was going to be before.
Mangled Pixel for 58 months on the PGA Tour. 58 is the lowest score in an 18-hole round achieved by Jim Furyk in the final of a thing.
2016 Travelers Championships. Okay, we live here now. Wait, was it you? It's you.
It doesn't matter. MT Storm for 33 months. We just changed our order.
I'm sure we did.
Go back to you, Beej.
Minichi for 18 months. Oh yes, the time month to update this. Also, we love you, Beej, but chat doesn't beep. Beep. Keep that in mind.
Mr. Plutonium as a new subscriber. Welcome, Mr. Plutonium.
Someone, no, not you, has been here for 45 months rejecting people.
Monsieur Squirrel for 43 months. Welcome back to the channel, Mr. Squirrel.
Matrix Knight 88 for 7 months. Clearfang.
Cavaleth, 40 months. Delicious.
E Block for 5 glorious months. Subscribe. Gonna need to do that again. There, that was better.
Professor Falconer for 3 months. Hello, Kathleen. I am the same Professor Falconer who won the Morgana plush from last year's Desert Bus. Give it to my Persona-loving friend for Christmas, and she's giving Morgana a good home. Nice.
Plush. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boys. Sparky 2197. 10 months. 10 months. Too bad my previous sub got interrupted by running out of money. Otherwise, that'd be longer. Love everything you guys do, and I hope my sub reaches 20 months at least. Good luck. You can always just stick around.
Just Chris Wood for 2 months. Welcome back, Chris Wood. Like the Terminator and that weird thing on your toe, I'm back. Glad to keep supporting the Lures folk. We're glad to have you. Thank you so much.
Gansted for 9 months. Hey, so my Amazon Prime is ending soon. We'll see if we can afford to keep subbing. Whatever you can do, we appreciate.
Yeah. Ilvanez for 19 months says, Graham, please check email. Darian, smiley face.
Oh, Ivalance. Ooh, okay. Petros Z007. Petros 007 for 2 months.
Grand Lama Q for 45 months. Cassandra is the prettiest.
All right.
I don't know what that's a reference to. Abaddon 2501 for 12 months. I'm late. Will this show up? It did.
I think they're flirting. And thanks for the unnamed number of bits, which are not appearing on the
I
screen.
think nobody gave it. That just means
Nobody gave us bits.
Thanks
That's
for no
awesome.
bits.
It used to say thanks for 0 bits, and that seemed kind of weird and passive aggressive.
Yeah.
So I took that
bits. No bits.
But me taking that out
bits.
doesn't work if then you point that out.
Thanks
Anyway.
for nothing. Hey,
So
Dice Friends.
yes,
Yeah.
Dice Friends is coming up earlier than you might
Gosh,
think.
with all 3 of us, really.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And 2 more.
Yes, but it's important that you guys know that it's not going to be on the Loading Ready Run channel. It is, in fact, going to be on the official Wizards D&D channel, and we are starting at 4:30 p.m. Pacific.
We'll be hosting it on the Loading Ready Run channel.
Yeah.
So it will appear here, but it is at 4:30.
It's 4:30.
So it's half an hour earlier than it normally is.
Yes.
That's in an hour and 20 minutes from now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope my headache goes away.
Yeah. And I don't know which chat we will be watching or looking at.
Probably neither during the game.
Well, I mean, not during the game, but there is always a chat. Like Heather always has a chat up and is watching what people are saying. I don't know if we're going to have the D&D chat up, and so people should go there, or if people should be in the Lure chat, because I don't know how those chats overlap.
You can be wherever you want to be.
Yeah.
You can be in both, you can be in neither. Anyway, that'll be happening, and then of course we have all sorts of other cool things happening during the week, including the New Day Tuesday tomorrow, where James and Ben, I believe, are going to be playing some Steam. There's nothing good coming out this, or there's nothing big coming out this week, so they're going to be playing random Steam games.
The Steam sampler.
The Steam random sampler.
Nice.
All right, hold on. A couple questions in chat. Wait, if you're hosting, doesn't the WotC chat automatically override the Lure chat?
No.
No. Second, wait, is it going to end up on the Lure YouTube channel?
Yes.
Yes.
It
Same
will go
day.
up same normal time, and it'll show up in your RSS feed and everything.
But
Yeah.
the VOD will be on the D&D channel and not on our channel.
Correct.
That's true, yes.
So, but if you can wait till Wednesday, that's when it will go up on our replay channel and in iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts from. So, also because we are playing on the D&D channel, we have sort of a hard out because there's another stream that happens after us. We're like getting it for a slot. So,
We might not end up reading all the subs. Like that might be what if it's 6:50 and we're like, oh Jesus, we went way too long. We got to cut out at that point.
yeah,
So,
but but other than that, it should be pretty much the same as a normal Samolo Plateau thing. But except with
not on Samolo Plateau.
they're elsewhere now. Spoilers.
All right, so we should go get ready for that.
yes,
Yes.
please. I got to eat.
So,
Yeah.
see you all later.
Bye.